Okay, Shabbat Shalom to everyone at Kabbalah, Spirituality, and Torah. Today we're going to be talking about the lesson of Pinchas. Okay? So this Shabbat, when we go to the Torah, we want to be thinking about the things we learned today and connecting to them so that we can receive the mercy of Hashem throughout our lives. Okay? So, as we know, Pinchas is the hero in this week's Torah portion. The tribe of Shimon was being plagued by a sexual spell that was doing damage to Bnei Israel, and because Hashem was upset, he knocked out 24,000 people with the plague. So Pinchas rose up, and even with great risk of his own death, he went ahead and speared the sorceress, and the Israelite that was acting in a immodest way, a profane way, as a matter of fact. And the Torah tells us that Hashem was incensed with Bnei Israel. Okay, so this is what's happening in Pinchas, among other things, but this is what we're going to be focusing on today. So in Pinchas, we see that he is put in a situation where he's realizing that what's going on. What does this mean? What is Pinchas trying to tell us? He's trying to teach us that, you know what? We need to put a face on the time. Okay? You need to put a face on the time. You need to put a face on the moment that you're inside of or that's happening around you. And when you do this, okay, you'll do what Pinchas did. Okay? What did Pinchas do? He rose to action. Okay, he did not ask what. He didn't ask who, what, where, when, Hashem. Well, maybe right now, when, just give me a sign, Hashem. No. Pinchas did not do that, says the Torah. Okay, so this is what we are told. So I'm just going to find it here because I wanted to share a portion of the Torah that I was reading that connects us directly to this power. Okay. So it says here in Pinchas 25:10. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Pinchas, son of Eleazar, son of Aaron, and the priest, has turned back my wrath from the Israelites by displaying among them his passion for me, so that I did not wipe out the Israelite people in my passion. Say, therefore, I grant him my pact of friendship. It shall be for him and his descendants after him a pact of priesthood for all time, because he took impassioned actions for his God, thus making expiation for the Israelites. So this is what we need to do. We need to put a face on the time. Put a face on the time. Step one. What is it? Are you in the moment? Are you in the zone? Some people say. You know, that moment. You gotta seize it. You gotta jump on it. You know, you can't wait. You have to have the impassioned action to do. Okay? Hashem's looking for doers. That's what he wants. He wants doers, not sayers. Okay? There's to say and there's to do. We need to also say and we need to also do. Okay? Just like Pinchas did. And a very powerful question comes up, right? We need to look deeper and drill down into what Pinchas is also showing us here. Okay? We need to open our eyes and listen very, very good. Okay? We need to think about what was the moment. Okay? He didn't ask what was going to happen. The tribe was, all he saw was that the tribe of Israel was falling fast and there was no time to wait. Okay? Pinchas just took action. He didn't, like I said, he didn't ask any adverbial questions. Okay? With the matter at hand. Okay? He didn't know anything. All he knew is he needed to stop it by killing the sorceress and the Israelite that were in this profanity to Hashem. So, what do we know? The question is, how did he know that this was going to work? We ask ourselves, was Pinchas a prophet? As a matter of fact, he is. Because the Torah also tells us, okay, when we look at the sacred teachings, we are told that Pinchas is actually Eliyahu Hanavi. So we must have that certainty, that consciousness that is telling us, it's going to be. There's not maybes inside this. It's be without no may. Okay, there's no maybes here. It is. And this is the level of consciousness we need to get to. He jumped out and he killed him, and he was so sadic that he had the consciousness to know Hashem would be there for him and help stop the plague. In other words, his entire being, okay, all of Pinchas, his physicality, his spirituality, emotional, intellectual, all his faculties were in one union, acting physically to affect the upper world to come to assist him. Pinchas changed the game, right? Pinchas is the game changer in the consciousness level, right? Because he's just saying, some people say, oh, wait, waiting and waiting and waiting and harder, you're doing more and this and that. Yes, we need to do everything more, but we also can't let times like this pass us up. We need to put a face on the time. We need to know what season we're in. For everything, there is a season, as you know. All right, so when you know Hashem is waiting for you, okay, there's no gap. Just like there was no gap between Pinchas and the holy force of Hashem. There was no gap. He is 100% unified. And this is what we're doing here. We're learning from him how to be completely unified with Kodesh Baruch Hu. This is what he wants us to be. He wants us to be connected to him. He wants us to be closer to him. He's waiting on us. We're not waiting on him. That's not what we're always waiting. Oh, I'm waiting for a sign. I'm waiting for this. Do and know that it's going to be. This is how we need to carry ourselves inside our mind and hearts. So the matter here is that we need to decide right now that we want to make peace with Hashem. Okay? Because what did he say? Right here it tells us in the Torah, because the Torah tells the truth. Okay? It says here, say therefore, this is in 25:12 of Pinchas. Say therefore, I grant him my pact of friendship. Okay, it's clear here. Hashem is showing you that he's a merciful God. Okay, that he's not going to just, say, so what? Pinchas killed the plague, this, that, and the other, so what? No, he's going to bless him. Why? Because he was saving the nation for Hashem. He knows who he is. He knows what's before him. He knows the moment. It has a face on it for him. He knows he's, got to do what has to be done because nobody else is going to do it. Just like our tikkun. Nobody else is going to do the tikkun for us. We have to make our own tikkun, right? So slowly, here we're going to unravel so many things that we need to do and how to have the consciousness. And we're going to be talking in different levels, okay? Because we're going to really open up the things that we need to know to do, what we need to do, and put the face on the time and follow through, okay? So let's make peace with Hashem. Let's do what we need to do so that he can offer us this friendship, the friendship that he did with Pinchas. He blessed him for all time. And our sacred teachings tell us that Eliyahu Hanavi is Pinchas. And we know Eliyahu Hanavi is always among us. He comes in Brit Milah. He tests us here and there to see if we're going to be kind. So everybody, we need to be on our toes, and this is what the Torah is telling us, and this is the message that we need to start putting a face to. The face of the time, okay? We need to put on the face on the time, put a face on the moment, okay? And this is what we need to do. Let's not let Hashem keep waiting for us. Let's be doers. Let's break and make peace with Hashem, because you can live in millionaire houses or have a nice community. You have such a good neighborhood. It's so quiet you can't even hear a peep, but the coyotes outside howling. Okay, it doesn't mean there's peace in your house. It doesn't mean there's peace inside your life. You have to start with Hashem, okay, and then make peace here, and then make peace here. We're making peace all over the world, and nobody's really at peace with Hashem. We're not doing what we need to do to be peace with Him. Just like everybody comes to the peace table, what do? They say, we're going to do this, you're going to do that, money, this, that, the other, whatever it is that needs to be exchanged. Hashem, I'm going to do this, we're going to do this, and do this. We need to make a peace deal with Hashem, and it's time to do it now, okay? So I'm wishing everybody a good Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom to everyone here at Kabbalah Spirituality and Torah, and to all our friends everywhere around the world, praying and hoping that all Bnei Israel will be united together, and that Hashem will always be merciful to us, okay? Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom.